Hello everyone. So in this session we will see what is a profit sharing ratio in case of a partnership firm. So profit sharing ratio is the ratio at which the profit of the firm is shared between the partners. Now this profit sharing ratio will be mentioned in the partnership deed. So whatever ratio is mentioned in the partnership deed, the profit among the will be shared among the partners in this profit sharing ratio or PSR. Now, for losses, the ratio for sharing of the losses also remains the same unless otherwise specified in the partnership deed. That is, if the loss sharing ratio is different from the profit sharing ratio, then it will be mentioned in the partnership deed. Otherwise, the losses are also shared in profit sharing ratio. Now, minor will be admitted to the partnership firm only for profits. So if there is a loss, the loss will not be shared to the minor. The share of loss of the minor will be borne by the other partners in the firm. Now, if there is no partnership deed, then as per general rules of the Partnership Act, the profit sharing ratio will be equal. That is, whatever is the profit will be shared equally among all the partners of the firm. Similarly, if there are any losses, then the losses will be shared equally among all the partners if there is no partnership deed or an agreement. Then, guaranteed minimum profit. Now, it may so happen that one of the partner or two of the partners in the partnership firm, or it can be many partners, some partners in the partnership firm is guaranteed a minimum profit. So if there is a guarantee of the minimum profit, then the share of the profit of the partner is less, then that deficiency is need to be borne by the other partners. Let us see here. If the share of profit is greater than minimum profit, then normal profit sharing ratio will apply. If share of profit is less than minimum profit, then whatever is the deficiency, that is difference between the share of the minimum profit and the share of the profit, that will be borne by the other partners in PSR. And if there is a specific clause in the partnership deed that the deficiency has to be shared in this ratio or it has to be borne by this specific partner, then it will be borne in some other ratio or in by some one of the partner or two of the partners depending on the partnership deed. If nothing is mentioned in the partnership deed, then this deficiency will be shared by all the partners in profit sharing ratio, that is by all other partners except for the partner who has been guaranteed this minimum profit. Let us see one example for this guaranteed minimum profit. X, Y and Z are partners in the partnership firm. X is guaranteed minimum profit of 1,20,000 every year. Profit sharing ratio of XYZ is 2:2:1. Profit for the year Jan 2019 to December 2019 is rupees 2,50,000. Profit for the year Jan 2020 to December 2020 is rupees 4 lakh. Calculate share of profit for X, Y and Z. Now, here X, Y and Z have formed a partnership firm and X is guaranteed a minimum profit of 1,20,000, minimum share of profit of 1,20,000. and the profit sharing ratio between X, Y and Z is 2:2:1. That is, out of the total profit, 2/5 will be of X, 2/5 will be of Y and 1/5 will be of Z. Now, for year 2019, the profit is 2,50,000. Now, this 2,50,000, let us calculate what is the share of X. Share of X is 2,50,000 into 2 by 5. So that comes to 1 lakh. Now this 1 lakh is less than the minimum guaranteed profit of 1,20,000. So what is the deficiency? Minimum guaranteed profit is 1,20,000 minus 1 lakh. So that comes to 20,000. So this 20,000 will be borne by other partners, that is Y and Z, in their profit sharing ratio. What is the profit sharing ratio of Y and Z? 2:1. So this 2/3 of 20,000 deficiency will be borne by Y and 1/3 of the deficiency will be borne by X. Since nothing is mentioned regarding how the deficiency will be shared, it will be shared in the profit sharing ratio. So 2/3 of 20,000, that comes to 13,333 and 1/3 comes to 6,667. So this will be, but this deficiency 13,333 will be borne by Y and 6,667 will be borne by Z. So now share of Y. Share of Y is 2,50,000 into 2 by 5. That is 1 lakh. Now, since there is a deficiency of minimum guaranteed profit to X, Y has to share 13,333 out of his share. So, less deficiency that is borne by Y, that comes to 13,333. So, the profit sharing of Y for this will be 1 lakh minus 13,333, that comes to 86,667. Now, for Z, share of Z, 2,50,000 is the total profit into 1 by 5 is his share. So 2,50,000 into 1 by 5, that comes to 50,000. Now the deficiency that is to be borne by Z is 6,667. So the profit that will be shared by Z is 50,000 minus 6,667, that comes to 43,333. So now if we see for the year 2019, X will get 1,20,000, Y will get 86,667 and Z will get 43,333. Now if we total this, we get 2,50,000. Now for 2020, so profit for the year 2020 is 4 lakh. So let us calculate what is the share of X. So year 2020, profit for the year is 4 lakhs. So let us calculate what is the share of X. X share is, their profit sharing ratio is 2:1. X, Y and Z. So share of X is 4 lakhs is the total profit into 2 divided by 5. So that comes to 1,60,000. Now this 1,60,000 is greater than the minimum guaranteed profit. What was the minimum guaranteed profit? Minimum guaranteed profit was 1,20,000. So 1,60,000 is already greater than 1,20,000. So there is no deficiency, so nothing will be shared by Y and Z. So what will be the profit sharing of Y? 4 lakh into 2 by 5, 1,60,000, and Z will be 4 lakh into 1 by 5, 80,000. So for year 2020, the profit sharing ratio is X is 1,60,000, Y is 1,60,000, and Z is 80,000. So that comes to 4 lakhs. Now, since there was no deficiency, nothing is shared by Y and Z. The profits are shared as per profit sharing ratio of 2:2:1. If there is a deficiency, then that deficiency is borne by the other partners. Next. Now, profit sharing ratio. This profit sharing ratio can also be shared in the capital ratio of the partners. Now, if it is a fixed capital, then the capital ratio will be based on the fixed capital. But say if there is some addition to the capital or withdrawal from the capital, or if a fluctuating capital method is followed, then what we do is this capital ratio is calculated on the weighted average for all the partners for the year, and then accordingly the profit is shared on the basis of this ratio, which is calculated as per weighted average capital. Let us see one example for this. P and Q have formed a partnership firm. It is agreed that profit sharing will be capital ratio. Following are details of capital for the year 2020. Profit for the Jan 2020 to December 2020 is rupees 1,50,000. Calculate share of each partner. Now we are given date, particulars, P's capital, Q's capital, then different dates, then what are the transactions or events on that particular date in P's capital and Q's capital. Now we have to calculate the capital ratio. Now since there is a capital introduced, then drawings, then again capital introduced in both P's capital account and Q's capital account, we will be calculating the weighted average of the capital, and then the capital ratio will be on the basis of the weighted average capital that is calculated for P and Q, and then this profit of 1,50,000 will be divided in that ratio. So let's begin. First, P's capital. Now, P's capital, what is the capital? See, on 1st Jan 2020, we have 1 lakh. So 1 lakh on 1st Jan 2020. Then on 1st 7 2020, that is 1st July 2020, capital introduced is 50,000. Now till 1st July 2020, the balance in the capital account was 1 lakh. So from 1st Jan 2020 to 1st July 2020, that is 6 months. For 6 months, the balance was 1 lakh. So the weighted average will be 1 lakh into 6, that is 6 lakhs. Then on 1st July 2020, capital was introduced 50,000. So balance in the capital account becomes 1,50,000. Then on 1st September 2020, there was a drawings of 10,000. So from 1st July 2020 to 1st September 2020, the balance in the capital account was 1,50,000. So 1st July to 1st September, so that is July and August, 2 months. So the weighted average will be 1,50,000 into 2 months, so that comes to 3 lakhs. Next, On 1st September 2020, the balance in the capital account became 1,40,000. Now this 1,40,000 was there in the piece capital till 1st November 2020 when capital introduced was 30,000. So this 10,000 was withdrawn on 1st September 2020. Then directly the capital was introduced on 1st November 2020. So this 1,40,000 balance was there for 2 months, that is September and October till 1st November 2020. So 1,40,000 into 2. So that comes to 2,80,000. Then now on 1st November 2020, earlier balance was 1,40,000. Then 30,000 capital was introduced. So 1,70,000. Now on 1st November 2020, the balance was 1,70,000. Now this balance was till the end of the year, that is 31st December 2020. So this was there for 2 months. So 1,70,000 into 2. So that comes to 3,40,000. So the total of this is 15,20,000. Now let us calculate for Q. Q's capital. So Q's capital opening balance as on 1st Jan 2020 was 80,000. So 80,000. Now this 80,000 was till 1st September 2020. That is on 1st September 2020 he had withdrawn 5,000. Till that time the balance in the capital account was 80,000. So from January to 1st September. So for 8 months the balance was 80,000. So 80,000 into 8, that comes to 6,40,000. Then on 1st September there was drawings of 5,000. So balance became 75,000. Now this 75,000 was there till 1st October 2020. So the 75,000 was there for 1 month. Then 20,000 was introduced on 1st October 2020. So the balance became 95,000. Now this 95,000 was there for 1 month, that is till 1st November 2020. So into 95,000. Then on 1st November 2020, 1 lakh was introduced. So 95,000 plus 1 lakh, so 1,95,000. So this 1,95,000 was there till the end of the year, that is 31st December. So from 1st November to 31st December, so that is 2 months. So that comes to 3,90,000. So the total of this is 12 lakhs. So now this is a total of the weighted average capital. Now this total is the ratio. So 15,20,000 is to 12 lakh is the ratio. Now if we calculate this, the ratio comes to 19:15. So now this profit of 1,50,000 will be shared by P and Q in the ratio of 19:15. That is, P share will be 19/34 of 1,50,000 and Q share will be 15/34 of 1,15,000. So 15/34 of 1,50,000, 19/34 of 1,50,000. This 34 is 19 plus 15. So the amount here is 83,824 and Q share is 66,176. Now if we add this 83,824 and 66,176, we get 1,50,000. So this is how we calculate the profit on the basis of the capital ratio, wherein the capital is calculated as the weighted average because the capital keeps on fluctuating during the entire year. And if the fixed capital method is used, and it is specifically mentioned that the capital ratio will be calculated as on the basis of the fixed capital balance as on so and so date, then accordingly we will calculate that capital ratio for that capital balance as on that specific date, and there we will not be calculating this weighted average. So this is how the profit is shared as per capital ratio. So to summarize, profit sharing ratio, we are sharing it as per the partnership deed. Then losses are also shared in profit sharing ratio unless there is a specific provision in the partnership deed for sharing of the losses. Then in case of minor, only profits are shared, no loss is shared to the minor. The losses of the minor, the share of loss of the minor will be borne by the other partners. Then if there is no partnership deed, then the profit sharing ratio will be equal and losses are also shared equally. Then guaranteed minimum profit, if a specific partner or partners are guaranteed minimum profit and share of their profit is greater than the minimum profit, then the profit is shared as per profit sharing ratio. If the share of the profit is less than the minimum profit, then the deficiency is borne by the other partners in profit sharing ratio if nothing is mentioned specifically, or if the partnership deeds mentions that this deficiency will be shared in this particular ratio or this particular partner, then as per the partnership deed the deficiency is shared. Then capital ratio, in case of fixed capital, the capital ratio will be on the basis of the balance in the fixed capital. If there is a fluctuating capital or if there is some capital introduced during the year, then we use the weighted average method for calculating the capital balance of each and every partner, and then the capital ratio is calculated as per this weighted average method and profit is shared as per the capital ratio. This was about profit sharing ratio of the partnership.